What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the word retirement? For many, it's a dream they carried for decades, a horizon brimming with freedom and the chance to pursue long-postponed interests. But beyond hobbies and travel, retirement can also open the door to a new kind of self-understanding. Here, with life's daily demands quieter, you may find yourself yearning not simply for activity, but for peace and clarity. How, in this spacious chapter, do we cultivate a steady mind and open heart? That's where mindfulness comes in, inviting us into each day with curiosity and calm. Let's begin by recognizing the wealth of experience you hold. You've navigated change, sometimes gladly, sometimes with grit. You've built families, careers, and communities. Much of your life, attention was pulled in many directions at once. Now there may be a gap between aloneness and loneliness, between doing and simply being. Mindfulness is not about adding something new to your to-do list. It's about learning to rest in the present, appreciating your life in this moment, just as it is. Our first insight: mindfulness is not about emptying your mind. There's a common misconception that mindfulness means somehow shutting off your thoughts, like flipping a light switch to off. Chances are, you've noticed your mind's tendency to wander, to review the past and anticipate the future. After all, you've lived through enough seasons to know memories and worries don't just dissolve because the calendar says you're retired. Mindfulness suggests a gentler approach. It invites us to notice thoughts without letting them sweep us away. Imagine sitting on a park bench, watching clouds float by. Clouds come and go, but you remain steady on the bench. The practical step here is simple. Set aside 5 minutes, once or twice a day, to sit quietly, breathe naturally, and gently notice thoughts as they come and go. No need to judge or suppress, just watch, with the wisdom of someone who knows storms pass. Another key idea: mindfulness helps you embrace change and uncertainty. Throughout life, transition is often tinged with both excitement and apprehension. Retirement is no different. Shifts in identity and daily structure can be disorienting. You may wonder, who am I when I'm not working? Mindfulness teaches us to meet each present moment without resistance, including those that feel uncertain or bittersweet. To ground this, try this. When facing an unwelcome emotion, perhaps restlessness or worry, pause and name it. There's uncertainty. There's sadness. By labeling our feelings without judgment, we loosen their grip and open ourselves to new perspectives. Over time, this quiet acknowledgement promotes resilience, allowing you to meet each day's changes not as threats, but as opportunities to learn and adapt. Let's reflect for a moment. In your own life, are there transitions or feelings you've pushed aside, hoping they'll resolve on their own? What might change if you could sit with those feelings, even briefly, instead of turning away? I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. By doing so, you'll join a warm, thoughtful community of folks who recognize wisdom often grows when we lean into life's questions together. A third insight: mindfulness deepens appreciation for the everyday. When you think back, some of your richest memories may not be grand milestones, but the texture of ordinary days, a grandchild's laughter, the song of birds at dawn, a quiet cup of tea. During working years, these details can slip by unnoticed, lost in the rush. Now you have the gift of time to truly see, hear, and savor. Mindful attention turns ordinary routines, washing dishes, tending the garden, walking around the block, into moments of quiet joy. If you find your mind drifting, gently bring attention back to your senses. How does the sun feel on your skin? What sounds fill your home? What subtle flavors are in your morning coffee? Each day, pick one routine, and instead of rushing through it, experience it with as much presence as you can muster. Over weeks, This practice can gradually sweeten the tone of your days. If you get value from what we have presented, please like and subscribe to help us grow our channel, Ageless Intuition. Our next insight reminds us mindfulness supports physical and emotional well-being. Science echoes what ancient traditions have taught for centuries. Regular mindfulness practice reduces stress, improves sleep, and even supports immune health. In retirement, when health concerns can sometimes cast long shadows, tending to both body and mind becomes essential. You may not be looking to run marathons, but small, mindful choices, savoring your meals without distraction, pausing to breathe deeply when stress arises, noticing tension in your shoulders and releasing it, add up to meaningful shifts. If mobility is limited, mindfulness is just as accessible. For example, mindfully tracing the lines of your hand or noticing the sensation of your breath can be deeply restorative. The key is compassion for yourself, moving gently and savoring progress over perfection. Consider this example, drawn from two approaches many people try. Some folks try to fill every hour in retirement with activities, volunteering, classes, social clubs and errands, a whirlwind of doing intended to stave off boredom or purposelessness. Others may slip into unstructured time, drifting through days without clear intention, which can bring a sense of restlessness. Mindfulness offers a middle path, engaging in activities with full attention and also pausing for true rest. Imagine choosing to focus on a craft project, not as something to simply pass time, but as an opportunity to notice, with gentle curiosity, each movement, each color, each feeling that arises. In this way, both action and stillness become meaningful. Another insight, mindfulness deepens relationships. Perhaps the greatest treasure in later life is connection to loved ones, friends, community. Yet, even with years of communication under your belt, it's easy to slip into old patterns, interrupting or half listening. Mindfulness offers a simple antidote, listening fully with your whole presence. The next time you're chatting with a neighbor or grandchild, notice their words, tone, and body language. Set aside your agenda and simply receive. Often when others feel truly heard, conversations grow richer and old misunderstandings soften. The action step here is gentle. In your next conversation, see if you can listen without thinking ahead to your response. Just listen, letting the moment unfold. Over time, this practice can strengthen bonds, bringing warmth and depth to every exchange. Pause here to consider your relationships. Are there friendships or family connections that might blossom if nourished with a little more mindful attention? What small change could you make, starting today? Please share your reflections below. This channel thrives on shared stories and supportive wisdom between peers. Let's talk about cultivating acceptance and gratitude. In a culture that often spotlights youth and achievement, aging can feel strangely invisible. Yet you know from experience, each decade brings its own revelations. Mindful awareness uncovers beauty right where you are, including wrinkles, aches, or new limitations. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It means meeting yourself with kindness and celebrating what endures: humor, resourcefulness, and love. Try closing each day by acknowledging 3 things you're grateful for, however ordinary: a favorite song on the radio, a call from a friend, the feel of warm socks. This simple practice can brighten perspective and nurture contentment. Over time, it becomes easier to embrace life's fullness, with its rain and its sunlight. Another valuable point, mindfulness opens the door to fresh purpose. For years, purpose may have sounded like a job description or a list of commitments. In retirement, though, meaning can feel more diffuse, until we learn to see it in each day. Mindfulness helps you attune to what truly matters now. Ask yourself, What brings me alive? Maybe it's mentoring a younger person, caring for a pet, or quietly tending your own inner landscape. Through mindful reflection, you can align daily choices with values rather than obligations, discovering purpose not just in what you accomplish, but in how you show up. An easy starting point is to set an intention at the start of each week, grounded not in productivity, but in the qualities you want to embody: patience, curiosity, generosity. Jot these down and check in with yourself. Gentle guidance, not another taskmaster. We're nearly at the end of today's exploration, but before we close, I hope you'll take a moment for this invitation. If this conversation has sparked recognition or inspiration, please like and subscribe to Ageless Intuition. It's the best way to help us grow a genuine community where everyone's wisdom is honored and shared. As we draw to a close, let's honor the journey you've traveled, the life you've built. Its joys, sorrows, and lessons gives you a storehouse of insight that no one can take away. Mindfulness in retirement isn't about striving for perfection or constant peace. It's about companioning yourself with kindness, learning to rest in this moment, and noticing the subtle ways clarity and joy arrive, often when least expected. Whether you're just beginning or have practiced for years, these small steps can gently enrich your days, deepening connection to yourself, to others, and to life unfolding, one mindful breath at a time. Thanks for watching. Tap that like button and subscribe if this brought you joy today. We're growing thanks to wonderful folks like you. Wishing you a peaceful day wrapped in warmth and love.